Hello, this is Chetan Nirula reporting for Cricket World, and my current pit stop is Newlands in Cape Town, which was of course where the tour started. This is going to be a very short stay in Cape Town, just 3 days. We arrived yesterday. I was in the same flight as the Indian and the South African team. We were all flying economy in the coach, and well, you wouldn't call it a crazy flight. Not so many crazy fans, but there were a few surprised and odd faces at the airport, at the luggage counter. But now here we are in Cape Town, and this is the venue for the third ODI. Tomorrow's the game, that is on Wednesday. And the news from the ODI series so far is that India have a 2-0 lead in this 6-match series. South Africa have been blown away by two factors: one, leg spin, and of course the other is their ever increasing injury list. You can look behind me. There's the Newlands Stadium. There's the Indian team practicing, not practicing, they're warming up. There's no need to practice football. That's their customary warm-up football game. South Africa have already practiced earlier in the morning. So let's see what's happened really in this ODI series so far. We had spoken about how India have not won more than 5 ODIs against South Africa in South Africa, but now that list has gradually, in just 2 matches, it's gone up to 7. So in the first ODI at Durban, South Africa won the toss, opted to bat first. Faf du Plessis scored his 9th ODI 100, which was an immaculate innings because everyone was crumbling around him. Yuzvendra Chahal and Kuldeep Yadav shared 6 wickets between them. India's push towards leg spin has been paying off. It was the big test for them, this overseas tour, their first major overseas tour. Yes, Chahal has played in Zimbabwe, Kuldeep Yadav has played in West Indies, but in the preparation for England, that's the 2019 ODI World Cup I'm talking about, in the preparation for that, this has been their first major overseas challenge, and they have done very well so far. 6 wickets in the first ODI. India had to chase 280 odd, and then India also solved another of their problem, that is the number 4 experimentation. We've had Kedar Jadhav batting there, Hardik Pandya batting there, KL Rahul batting there, Manish Pandey batting there, even Dinesh Karthik batting there since July. But here Ajinkya Rahane comes and he spoke about Virat Kohli came and spoke about how Ajinkya Rahane should bat at number 4, and he did, and he got a half century, and India coasted home by 6 wickets. AB de Villiers was already out of the ODI, first 3 ODIs because of a finger injury, and then it was Faf du Plessis who fractured his right index finger and has been ruled out of the remainder of the ODIs and T20s. The T20 series that's following. Then came the second match at Centurion, and it got worse for South Africa. India winning the toss and batting there. It was a slower wicket. It was a spin-friendly wicket. And guess what? 7 wickets for the spin twins again. Yuzvendra Chahal with his career best haul, 5 for 22. Kuldeep Yadav also taking 2 wickets. And South Africa were bowled out for their lowest ODI total at home, 118 runs only. And India chased that with nearly 30 overs to spare. Shikhar Dhawan getting a half century, Virat Kohli getting 40 odd not out as well. There was a bit of a controversy there as the umpires decided to take a lunch break with just 2 runs remaining in the Indian chase. But I can tell you, we had some really good beef, we had some really good grilled chicken, and we had a new version of strawberry and cream, strawberries dripped in white chocolate and dark chocolate as well. So the lunch was pretty good, and you understand why the umpires took lunch. But more seriously, it was a completely routing performance from India in the second ODI, and they romped to a 2-0 series lead. Now, where do things stand here for India and South Africa? We have the third ODI coming up. We have the fourth ODI, which is going to be the pink ODI in Johannesburg. So where do things stand? As of now, the injury list, like I had pointed out, has grown. Quinton de Kock is out of the remainder of the ODIs and T20 series as well. He suffered a left wrist injury while batting in the second ODI at Centurion. South Africa have Hendrik Klaasen in their squad. They have Farhan Barhadeen in their squad. They are going to play one of them at least because Hendrik Klaasen, of course, is a wicketkeeper. He's got some runs in the domestic form. Farhan Barhadeen has some experience as well. They played Kaya Zondo at Centurion because they're preparing for the 2019 World Cup themselves. And Well, they've made Aiden Markram the captain. I'd spoken about him in the Test series, how he is somebody to look forward to. I saw him in the 2015 Red Bull campus cricket. He was still playing college cricket back then, but it's been a steep rise for him. He's just made his Test debut last year and ODI debut, and now he's playing against India, and now suddenly he is captain of the side. He will be captain for the remaining ODIs as well, but it's going to be really tough for him to find answers against India's spin prowess. What they need is a good start. What they need is Hashim Amla to bat long and then maybe attack the spinners, take the attack to them, and just keep your fingers crossed, pray a bit, get 300 on board somehow. The pitch here at Newlands, it's looking a bit more batting friendly, a bit more South Africa friendly. In fact, it's not looking as dry as it was in Centurion or as spin gripping as in Durban. So it could be different, but leg spinners or wrist spinners that Chahal and Yadav are, they don't really need much of this of the surface. They can get it off their wrist, they can get the drift in the air. So it's still going to be a challenge because David Miller is not firing. He's been bamboozled by Kuldeep Yadav. Yuzvendra Chahal, he's in great form as well. So JP Dumini, Miller, Chris Morris, they have to really stand up, put their hand up and get those contributions in. I would suggest maybe Farhad Bahauddin also playing, gets that bit more experience. Kaya Zondo, yes, scored 25, but he was playing too many risky shots. You don't need that when you're 99 for 4. Going ahead, South Africa perhaps need to play their best 11 available rather than continue to think about the World Cup. From India's point of view, well, they have never won more than 2 matches in a bilateral ODI series in South Africa. The last time it happened was in 2010 and before that in 1992. So since then, in any series, in any bilateral ODI series, they've never won more than 2 matches. This time, they can make history, they can go one step ahead, they can win a 3rd match in the series. But let me tell you, the feeling here in South Africa is that India already have a vice-like grip on this ODI series. It could, if AB doesn't come back from the 4th match onwards, if he doesn't recover and come back and provides much more steel to the batting order, much more inspiration to the South African team, it could get worse. It could get 4-0, 5-0, maybe one match will wash out. It's too early to talk about 6-0, but India at the moment are looking poised to win this ODI series in the next couple of matches, and I'll come to you after the pink ODI in Johannesburg with more in what's happened in this series.